Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a recurring workflow, and the example that we'll use is if we were sending a weekly check-in to our clients via SMS. So I'll just talk you through this workflow of exactly what's going on so you can see how to set up something similar. And then once I've shown you that process, I'll show you an advanced tip as to how you can get this survey extremely streamlined like we do here, where the clients don't even need to put their name and email in each week. Okay, so to get started here, let's explain what's going on or what the purpose of this workflow is. And basically it is that every Sunday night at 6:45 p.m. we want the clients to get a text message that says, hey, it's time for your weekly check-in. Click here to get started. They're going to go and submit it, and then the owner of this account will be able to see all their clients submitting their check-ins and be able to keep an eye on their responses each week. So let's walk through what is actually happening. So the first thing is that we've created a trigger for this workflow that is the contact tag added wellness tracking. Right, so perhaps a new client signs up, perhaps they're manually added, maybe there's another workflow that when someone enters a certain program, they get a tag added for wellness tracking. Fantastic. Now, it doesn't matter at what point in the week they get that very week. So they're going to go into the workflow, and then they will sit here waiting at this wait timer until Sunday night at 6:45 p.m. And in fact, we have here in the testing, we can see there's one person, which is me, sitting there right now waiting till Sunday night. Now, don't worry, I won't make you wait till Sunday night to see what happens. We're going to run this sequence in a minute. Now, after that, at 6:45, they're going to get a text message, an SMS, that says, hi, Matt, in this case, it's time for your weekly wellness check-in. Tap here to get started. And specifically what we've done here is that we have selected a trigger link for the link here. Okay, so I'll explain how that trigger link works at the end of the video, but the key is that I'm not just sending a link to the survey, I'm using a trigger link, and you'll see why in a minute. And we're going to we'll just hit save on that. Now, after they get the text message, in fact, let's just do a live demo of that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into statuses. I'm going to pick up this contact and I'm going to trigger the message to fire right now. So I'm going to go in here and we see here's me, Matt, over here, and I'm currently sitting in the wait step. We can see below this that I've already been through this workflow once before, and I'm going to hit this little running man to force the next action to go, which will be the message. So let's go back here and let's have a look at my phone. I'll just bring my phone on screen. Okay, and we can see here, hi Matt, it's time for your weekly wellness check-in. Tap here to get started. So I'm going to tap the link. And what's fantastic here is that my name and email are automatically populated, and again, I'll show you how to do that at the end of this video. So now, me as the example client, I just, it's Sunday night, I'm pretty busy, but I can click this, great, I just go next, and then I can go through and tap on my answers. How many sessions did I do? How was my nutrition? How was my sleep? And last question, I've got the option in this case to put in, a review of my goals. Okay, and then I submit that. Whoop, submit. And away I go. And I'm all done as quick as that. It's super, super simple. Now, meanwhile, here in the workflow tracker, what's going on? Well, immediately after I'm sent that text message, the wellness tracking tag is removed from my contact record. So I no longer have the tag. Now, I'm going to be left waiting for 5 days here. It doesn't matter what this number is as long as it's less than 7 days. So we wait 5 days, and then we have a step to add back the wellness tracking tag. So now it adds the tag again, which will then re-trigger the campaign. Now, super, super important if you're going to set this up, there is one more additional thing you need to do, which is to go into settings and make sure you've got allow multiple on. Otherwise, they'll only get their first check-in and they won't be able to re-enter the workflow. So as long as we have this on, and by default, this is usually turned off. So you need to come into settings and flick this so it goes blue, and make sure you hit save. And then this thing is ready to go. We now have a recurring workflow where every Sunday night, in this case, this person will get this text message. Cool. So what I want to show you now is how to make that survey autofill as a bonus tip to this video. So what we'll do is we'll go back out of workflows and head into our surveys to grab the first part of what we're going to create in a custom trigger link. So here we are in the survey itself. Okay, I'm in the survey editor, which is under your marketing category. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this green button to integrate survey. And this is going to bring up this pop-up here, and I'm looking for the link button. I want to grab this link and I'm going to copy this link. Now, if I was to open this link, it'll open with a blank field for my name and email. So I don't want to use that for my trigger link, but I want to use it for part of my trigger link. So we copy it, then we go into our trigger links section. And I've already created one, so I'm going to hit edit on this one. This is the wellness tracker link. And what we've got here is this is the trigger, this is the link to the survey. Now, underneath this video, there is a custom bit of scripting here which starts with a question mark, just here, which will populate the full name with their contact name and their email with their contact email. So you paste this in after your survey link. Okay, so don't use the link in this video, just use your survey link and put this question mark forward at the end of it and save that as your trigger link. Okay, so now what that will do is when someone clicks that trigger link from an SMS, it will automatically pull the email and the contact name from the record and autofill it in. And you'll see an example of this if I actually open that trigger link, and you can test this yourself. You will see that it will say contact name and contact email, and that will verify for you that the process is going to work. And one more bonus tip is if you head over to the survey builder area, you can always click on the analyze or submissions button to see the rate of surveys. So in this case, we're going to click submissions. We're going to select our wellness tracker survey, and we'll be able to cycle through the records of recent submissions simply by clicking on each name through here and cycling through. So this is a nice easy way for the user of this account to check on and look for any alerts. For example, in this case, if people are putting in ones or they're putting in a negative comment on their goals review, maybe that person needs a check-in. Technically, you can also set up workflows to trigger an alert for a certain response. So you could set up a workflow that if in that survey somebody puts a 1 for sleep, or they put a 1, or they put a 0 maybe for how many sessions did you attend this week, you could technically trigger an alert to the user of this account to then contact that particular client. But that's beyond the scope of this video. The purpose of this video was to show you mainly how to set up that recurring workflow.